Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they
on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Walker to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Echols. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mills. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cohen. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Fourth down, Mills. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run here with Ballage. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense ball pressure got tight. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They try again with Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lowered in the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
First down, a run with Cohen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. This one into the hands of Jalen Camp. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. A run between the tackles with Cohen. He was brought down by Sean Murphy-Bunting. The Buccaneers at 3-6 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 9, Mills escaping the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Option play, they'll give to Walker. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Throwing now is Locke. It's caught. Lockett. Lock to Lockett for the Seattle first. Straight ahead, Walker. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Got his man, it's Bo Melton. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Block now to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second in a couple.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A quick throw outside by Locke. Touchdown! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Second and 9. Mills. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Locke exits on 4th down as Seattle sends out Jason Myers.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and the rout is on. It's 24-0. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
They'll start with a give to Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Cohen gets it again on second. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 50 yards on the ground for him so far.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Mills. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Locke on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Locke. This is caught by Evans. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On play action, Locke. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. There he goes, right side. 30, 10, 5, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. They'll try and run it here. And he'll find his way in for two. And we're back to a two-score game. The lead's cut to 16. 3 quarters in the books. Now here's Suck about to kick it away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
61 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. And Walker once more.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. It's out. It's loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Mills.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Tariq Woolen picks it,
and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
25 yards that time.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Cohen gets it again on 2nd.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Bucs take over 1st down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
1st down, Mills. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now Mills.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Mills on 4th down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he's going to have the Bucks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A first down throw for Mills. He's got the hook up here to Camp.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. Open man. He's got Camp complete.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mills on 1st down.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He'll find Fournette again here.
And he's brought down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette,
His 9th touchdown of the season.
and the Buccaneers get a bit closer. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Locke going to throw it here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And going right back to Walker.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
So the victory here for Seattle.
And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,
Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one.